What's going on, everybody? Tanner here with another video. Hope you're all having an amazing and productive day so far. So I know you guys love the store reviews, but this is not going to be a normal store review. I'm going a step further, well, several steps further. Instead of just reviewing stores that you guys send to me that you have built, I'm going to be reviewing stores that are already established and that I know are making money. But it's not just going to be me looking at what these stores are doing on their home pages as much, but more of the overall big picture of the conversion rate optimization, the ads they're running by using Facebook ad library and everything to that nature as far as I can see. And I want to give a quick announcement for some of you guys. If you are making more than $500 a day in sales, then please keep watching. But if that is not you, then please fast forward to the timestamp that I put on the screen right now. So over the past 6 months, like I said, a lot of things have changed. I've learned a lot of things. And what happened is I started doing one-on-one consulting and mentorship with companies and individuals. And at first it was a little rocky, I'll be honest. It wasn't the best because I didn't have a system in place. But over the last 6 months, and especially the last month or two, things have been amazing. The results have been crazy. And I actually just filmed a student's case study where he came to me. He had done like $7,000 in sales the previous week, and only $100 of that was actually profit. But I started consulting with him, helping him with his ads and overall store. And after 2 weeks, he had almost $7,000 in profit for that 7-day period. But he's doing really, really well now, and I'm excited that I filmed literally everything. I filmed the first call we had, documented everything, and I'm gonna be revealing that case study to you guys on Saturday. And the reason why I filmed that and I'm releasing it is because I am launching a new accelerator program called Next Gen Ninjas. It's not a course, it's not a book, it's none of that. It's direct one-on-one mentorship with me, professionalized. It's a replicable system that over the past 6 months, the students that I've worked with have generated almost $1 million profitable dollars. So it's a big step for me. I'm excited to do this. Everybody always asks me, how much does it cost to work with you? And I really just didn't enjoy doing it, individualized, just random, sporadic calls, but more of a structured layout. So that's what I'm doing with Next Gen Ninjas. It's going to be 10 people for 4 weeks, one-on-one calls with me every week, as well as group calls and access to a private network of only ninjas. This is not just going to be, you can pay and you're in. If you're not making sales, if you're not qualified enough, then I'm not going to let you in, even if you did offer me the payment that I am charging for this accelerator. It's going to be a very qualified process. There's only going to be able to be 10 people in the accelerator at once. When I release that case study, you'll be able to apply. And then over the next several days, I'm going to be going through the applications, and we will be starting next Wednesday, July 17th. So if you think this might be of interest for you, make sure you turn on my post notifications so you can check out the video on Saturday and apply before everyone else does. Because I know there's going to be thousands of applicants, and I'm going to have to spend a lot of time going through all of them and making sure I pick the most qualified people. And those qualified people that I find, I'm going to call them, make sure they are a good fit, and then we'll get started on Wednesday. And now let's get into this super valuable video. So we're going to be going through 3 different sites today and analyzing their website and the ads that they are currently running. So you're going to get the best of both worlds, or multiple worlds here in this video. And the first one we're going to be starting with is Indestructibleshoes.com. Now that is number 20 right here. So it's pretty high up, obviously making a lot of money if it's up here, with Yeezys, Kith, Steve Madden, G Fuel, all of these big companies, starting with, these top ones up here that I'm sure almost all of you are familiar with. Fashion Nova, of course, huge brand built off of influencers. So the other 2 we're going to be going over aren't as big, but they're still pretty high up here based off of the ranking. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm sure Indestructibleshoes.com right here, this is their website. They have some kind of agency or employees or something that helps manage their website, their ads, and all of that stuff. Because of the size of their company, I'm estimating, I don't know the revenue, of course, but based off of traffic, they're number 20, so they're making a lot of money. So I'm sure they have the right people in place. So I'm going to give my take on what I think could help benefit them and make them more money. Obviously, they're making money now, but how can they make more? How do I think they could improve what they're currently doing? So I have some notes here that I wrote down on my notepad, and I'm going to go through them and show you exactly what I found and what I think they could do to improve. First thing I always do when I go to a store, when someone asks me to review it, is do they have a pixel on their store? So up here on Google Chrome, I have the Facebook pixel helper, and it shows, all right, they do have a pixel and it's tracking the page view, so good to go. And the first thing that I told myself when I landed on this website and started scrolling through their homepage here is that there is more distractions than getting people to buy. If you're pushing traffic here to this homepage, they have the collections right here. It doesn't look as captivating as it should and as organized, as the multiple different collections or men's and women's, something like that. and then they come here to the video. So obviously, if they watch this entire video about these shoes, it's going to inform them, and it's somewhat a sales video if it shows something good about the shoes. But if you really want to get people directly to that product page to get them to that next step through the funnel and not distract them and send them to other places, then you don't want to have all this information. So what I noticed here is, they have the recommended for you, which is really, really good, as well as information here on the shoes, and then what the shoes are made for and some testimonials. But I think that they could honestly rearrange this homepage a bit. If they move just this one thing, the recommended for you shoes, all the way up here under this first banner, I think it could help them a lot. And one thing I always do when I'm looking at a store here on my computer, so go to my tools and I'll check out the developer tools to go to mobile and see how it looks optimized there. So still looks good. But think about it right here, this Indestructible shoes, and if they had the recommended for you right here, like when I see Airwalk Series View Collection, it doesn't make me want to click it. I do like that they have the reviews here on the side, but like I said, more distractions than what their actual goal is. So there's two main things that I want to talk about here on the product page. I don't want to fluff this up too much. I can go over a million things all day long, but what I think is the most important here is one, the add to cart button. Let's start with that. So you see this add to cart button right here. It seems somewhat hidden. You see up here sale and you see the $79 USD, and they're both the same size, same font, same colors. It doesn't really stand out. It doesn't pop. When you want to get someone to add to cart and go to that next stage towards actually putting their credit card information in and purchasing, is not a small add to cart button that's the same color as everything else. You want to have it stand out. Even if they had a bigger button that was expanded to the width that they have these variants at right here, even on mobile, it doesn't optimize right. Look, if I scroll past the variants right here, literally the variant options are almost bigger than the add to cart buttons, each one. So imagine if they just expanded that add to cart button, how much more attention it would catch to actually get people to add to cart. And then one other thing they could do for their add to cart to make it even better is just a dynamic checkout button that goes directly to that purchase stage. Because think about it, most people are not going to buy multiple pairs of these shoes because they need them. They're going to buy one pair most of the time, I'm guessing, because it's a pair of shoes that they want. If they don't know that they're quality, that they're good, these aren't meant really for style. These are meant for purpose, the Indestructible shoes. So why would they get multiple if they don't know what that original one is? And they only have an add to cart button, which I just talked about in my group live stream I had this evening, is that it's like going to the grocery store. If I want to buy cookies at the grocery store, I'm not going to go grab a big cart, drive it there, go grab the cookies, put them in the cart, and then push them to the checkout and then leave. I'm going to walk in, get what I need to get, the cookies, go to checkout, and get out of there. I'm not going to waste time and waste effort pushing around a cart when I could just get what I want to get because I know I only want one thing. So if these people know they only want one pair of shoes and you only have an add to cart button, then that's just adding another layer to the purchase process. And a couple other things here. I think it's good. They show the selling points, the pain points of why people would buy it, and they have the reviews, which is really, really good. Obviously, it's a big company, so they have a lot of reviews that are real, and it seems like a pretty cool product, honestly. And you may also like, which I don't know. I'm curious to see what their average order value is. I'm guessing it's probably only the cost average of one pair of shoes, but I don't know. One more thing before we get to their ads, the track order page. I was going through and I noticed that when you go to your track order page, it goes to an unverified, it says not secure right here because the SSL isn't verified, and it goes to a subdomain. It doesn't go to another page on their website. It goes to track.indestructibleshoes.com. And I think it's simple, it's good, but it's obviously you can see a couple little mishaps here that could fix. But I really do think that it's more than anything, too much information everywhere instead of just tracking and then, the tracking stats explanation. Why do they need to try and sell people on all this other stuff when they're just trying to track their order when they've already bought something? Obviously you want people to buy more and make more money and all that, but it's like, I think for the tracking, they just need to keep it as simple as possible. And I think they could definitely clean it up a bit, as well as just having it as a page on the store compared to the subdomain they have it on. I think it'll perform better. So I'm curious to why they do that. I'm sure there's some kind of reason. I would just love to know. If you work for Indestructible Shoes or you own it, hit me up, please. Emails in my YouTube About section. And now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for this company probably, is the ads for Indestructible Shoes. And one thing I quickly noticed is, they have a decent amount of page likes, but right here, primary country location for people who manage this page include Philippines, Vietnam, Serbia, United States, Canada. And Philippines is a pretty popular country for VAs. So I'm sure they have some VAs on this page, either managing comments, running ads, or doing something. But scrolling down, you see 87 results of active ads that they have running, and it shows how long they have been running. One thing I noticed too is just scrolling through all these ads, they have a lot of duplicates. So I'm not sure if they don't know how to use the existing page post ID, so they're just running all the engagement towards one specific page post and just building that social proof up, or what they're doing. And there's like two main ads, as you can see right here. This one right here with the pink shoe, and this one, it looks like a vape going through a shoe. Their videos are pretty well put together, but that's another video in itself. But as far as the ad copy goes, which I think is the most important thing, since we don't know the targeting or anything like that, is that I think they could edit the ad copy just a little bit to make it a little bit more effective. Obviously, you have to test and see what happens. But right here, they have the 5 stars, which instant social proof in people's head, as well as a testimonial that has a call to action that says you have to get a pair to see what they're like for yourself. Now, I've tested this structure of ad copy for a higher ticket product that I sold for several $100s, and it did very, very well. But the one thing that I did differently that I think helped mine do well that they aren't doing is that right here for their selling points or information like steel toes, lightweight, breathable, they have it all just in 2 lines compared to having it one by one using emojis. So what I like to do is either do red X emojis or check emojis that have the emoji and then what that selling point is that makes me want to go and buy it. Just like the color, that just causes people's emotions to become more, geared towards what the product is and wanting to buy it. So that's one thing I'll split test for their ad copy. One thing too I noticed is that they're running these ads. Most of these ads right here you see are running directly to this collection page. I guess this is their most popular style called Rider. Now, the only thing is it doesn't make me want to go and buy it. Like they just have the 4 shoes on here. It doesn't go to like a funnel style sales page. I could go to a freelancing website right now, find a web developer and develop a quick funnel here on my Shopify store to promote. Since there's only 4 variations of shoes, you can easily have a page that styles them up nicely. And then whenever people click on it, it goes directly to that product page and everything's still nice and simple. So I would either do that or run the ads directly to the home page and see what happens there. And one more thing that I do like, they have several different types of ads they're running, but the ones that have been running the longest are these retargeting ads. I believe they're retargeting. I don't know why else they would run these, but they have been running for a long time and they're obviously doing well since May 10th. So pretty long time. And as you can see, this is a very, very good style of retargeting that I use for every store I'm running that has active traffic every single day. I split test a video and an image ad, but always have a discount code in the ad copy, because one of the biggest objections for people not buying a specific product that they visited is because of the price. So if you offer them some kind of discount that you're comfortable with, then you will be able to see a pretty high return. I mean, retargeting campaigns are almost a guaranteed 3x ROAS or more if you know what you're doing with the right audiences and ad. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think they could do better? Put it in the comments below. I'm curious to what you guys think. But now let's go to the next one, which is called Polish.com. Now, I'm sure you guys right now that have dropshipped before, you own your own e-commerce store, you see this and you're just like cringe, just like, oh. Now, when I clicked on this, I was pretty curious, I guess I could say, because it's a somewhat high-ranked Shopify store. I mean, they're making money, I know for sure, but they definitely aren't making as much as they could be. So there's 3 things that I noticed when I first saw this. 1, they're using debut theme, which is just the default standard. 2, they're using all the same fonts and colors pretty much. And 3, worst of all, not that the other 2 are terrible, but they don't have a Facebook pixel. One of the biggest mistakes that I've probably seen all day is not having a Facebook pixel on your store. How could you build an e-commerce store out without a pixel? Now, some people just don't know how it all works and they're just trying to sell their products. And what I found out from this company is I think they have an actual storefront in Tennessee, and they just made this to sell their products online. So obviously they just need some help to get them going. But let's scroll through here and let me give you my opinions on what I think they could do better to help them increase sales. So what I've realized, they're doing a restock on July 14th, and they're filling back up all their products here. So we scroll through, pretty normal, nothing too crazy, very, very basic, very, very bland. I know they're making money on their online store, but this is what I would do to help them make more. First off, I'll start off with just a normal banner here for the restock. Hire some kind of graphic designer, pay them a little bit of money, build some nice banners announcing your restock with a background of fingernails. Since this is all fingernail polish, you have a lot of images you could use and put something together that looks clean. And you could do another slide here for your after party. And you could do all this stuff just on a simple slideshow instead of doing this box image style. It just does not look clean in my opinion. I think you could do a lot better. And the navigation is very, very bland, as well as this gray and white color combo, blue, whatever it is, just it's not very visible. You want to make things as easy as possible for the people viewing your website to buy. So if I had to do a complete homepage makeover for this store, this is what I would do. First, I would start with those banners like I talked about, just simple slideshow, nothing crazy. And the next thing I would do is title a product page, feature products called Made for You, something like that. So it's like, oh, it's made for me. It's a nail polish, and you could just have whatever products you want. Put 10 of them on there, and people could slide through it and see if there are things that are interesting. If someone sees it says Made for You, and they're like, oh, I do like that color, I would really like that on me, then they're gonna be susceptible to actually going there and buying it. And the next thing I would do is just have a collection section. So I don't know what they call it with nail polish, if it's like styles or colors, whatever you would want to do and whatever you've done with your company. And then have an option for people to go and visit the different styles or colors, whatever you are offering to them, instead of just all of these products right here. There's so many decisions people can make. You want to minimize your decisions as much as possible. And when you have the collections, that's going to qualify those people even more, because if they see a collection style they like, then they'll go there and they're going to see a range of products that are more likely suited for them and what they want. And you're going to see a lot better of a conversion rate. So now let's go to a product page and show you guys what they got going on here. I made the same face too when I first saw this. This is all we got. So I think a big factor that could come into play for this company in their store is having a color palette. For me, with every store that I build, I have a color palette. I go to different websites I use to generate custom color palettes. I go through different ones. Then I use those colors across the store. And I think a simple copywriting lesson could definitely help out here for getting people to convert on their store. Again, I'm very curious to what their conversion rate is too, with this style of store, I guess I could say. If you're the owner, the owner, please email me. Again, it's in the YouTube About section of my channel. Would love to talk to you and help you out. What you could do to simply transform this product page, just write like 1 or 2 lines here about this specific product, this specific color. And since it's all nail polish, you should be able to have some kind of bullet points that you can put on every single product page. What type of materials you use, the process, like handmade and Tennessee, or, something that can cater towards people more than violet jelly with a shimmering lime to rose multi. I don't get it. It's very, very weird to me seeing this, because I know this company is making money. They have big potential based off of here. The branding, the pictures are pretty well done. And I think they could definitely do something to stand out a lot, especially this add to cart button. They don't have a dynamic checkout. That's another thing I wanted to add here. And 2 more things that I think are the most important for this brand's capability and opportunity for growth is, 1, they don't have reviews. No reviews at all. No Luke's reviews on here they could pay for, do it for free, and have people add reviews that have bought their nail polish. Like, it looks like some of these pictures may be like testimonial pictures. So there's a lot of opportunity there. But biggest of all, with nail polish, you don't want to just have someone go on your website here and buy space dust for $12. And that's that. Obviously, you're making a sale, which is not bad, but you want to increase that average order value. I'm sure nail polish is pretty expensive from some other companies. So why limit yourself to only having 1 add to cart? When I press add to cart, it's just, there's no upsell, no bundle, none of that. It's just, all right, you want to buy your $12 item, and then that's that. But you have to think of the processing fees. If you have to pay 30 cents and 2.9% on every transaction, that's going to take a decent percentage out of a $12 order. So you want to increase that average order value as much as you can. So one thing you should do is offer some kind of bundles. If you put something here as a collection like summer bundles, and you offer for $50, you give them 3 nail polishes or 4 or 5. I don't know what your costs are and profits and all that. But if you did that, or did like monthly releases, like what you're doing right here, a 7/14 restock. So everything's getting restocked, and you're going to be relaunching the products that you have here. If you did something like a monthly mystery box, and you charge $50, you're automatically increasing your average order value by a ton. But now the ads, guys, you want to see the ads? Got bad news for you. They don't have a Facebook pixel, so no ads. Think about this missed opportunity. So 2012, so they've been running this page for a while, but almost 14,000 likes. They could automatically use those likes and transfer them into audiences. All the people that have visited their website, they could turn into audiences, but they have no data at all. If they installed a pixel now, it would take a while to start generating audiences based off of whatever organic traffic they are receiving. So it's sort of a bummer they don't have a pixel on there, and they're not running any ads at all. All they would need is some simple retargeting, and they probably could be doing a lot better than they are. So that's it for polish. And number 3, we have theidleman.com. This is another one. They're doing pretty well, I assume. I'm not sure exact numbers, of course. But instant things that I noticed right off the bat when I went to this website right here, The Idleman, is that they're automatically depreciating the value of their company by offering a discount code right here, extra 20, and right here on this huge slide when you land on the website, they're offering this 20% off, which is a very, very large percentage off with no incentive. They're not having people opt in for an email. It's not buy $100 or more and get 20% off. It's just, here's 20% off. So in my mind, looking at this, the Idle Man, it seems like a high quality clothing brand, like high level. I don't know a ton about fashion, but it seems fancy. Like, these aren't cheap clothes, but it's not super expensive at the same time, but 20% off is a lie. And I think it seems to me like it's a drag, like, oh, we need sales, we're not making as much money as we should, let's do 20% off. And the biggest thing too here is, again, somewhat like Indestructible shoes, but worse, more information than selling. If I go on this entire homepage, there's really only one actual section that is selling products that's popular right now. The rest is these slides here with the 20% off, which obviously goes to the products, and then about this guy Julian and these other people, and then information on the clothing and the manual, which goes to these articles, and the Instagram. All of this stuff that seems more of a distraction than anything. Now, I'm not sure how they market, but if they're directing people just to this homepage, it's not making people want to buy. If you go to Gucci.com, I did some research when I was taking my notes. If you go to Gucci, their homepage isn't filled with articles and different things like this. You can find that if you want to, but it's different products and collections to get people to actually go and buy from their store. Gucci doesn't care if people read as much as they care about getting people to actually buy their products. It's just too complicated, I think. If I go to store right here, it has all the different things that they offer, all the different types of products. But if you simply added a collections page or section here onto your homepage for clothing, shoes, accessories, and lifestyle, I think that would help you tremendously and take people to be more qualified to go and actually buy these products that you're selling, instead of just having people go through here and see some of these popular products, or have to go to store and then find what they want to find, or go to the manual, which is just the articles. Like, I don't know. If you're buying from the store, you're probably like more into fashion and you care about the process and things like that. But from my standpoint as a marketer, it doesn't make sense to me for how much distraction there is compared to the opportunity of selling the actual products. So let's actually hop into a product page right now and check it out. There's a few things I want to go over. First off is I would change the add to cart button color. I just think if you had some other color that wasn't as normal or relative to the other colors, it could help increase the conversion rate a little bit. And the second thing is, when I scroll down here, it just goes to the other pictures. And if I scroll on this side, it still goes down to the pictures. So you have to click more information to see the product information, which is the same things that are on the side, and the reviews, which is going to be the most important thing. Now for the reviews, you just have, you can go in here and, well, it doesn't even let me add a review. It just says there's no reviews. But even if they did have some kind of reviews automatically put in there, then it would help a ton. But the thing is, it's hidden. You have to press a whole other button or scroll all the way down through all the product images just to find the reviews and other information. So it says other information or more information whenever you go there, but I don't know. I personally don't like it. But one thing you could do if you're the owner of this store is send an email to all the people that have bought this product or just bought from your store in general, and then send them a discount code on their next order if they add a review to the store. So, I don't know, just an incentive to get some reviews, social proof on your store. Even if you don't want to change the actual reviews section, you can still get some reviews on there for social proof. And for right here, what I would do, instead of this saying popular right now, I would say something along the lines of you'd also like. Because popular right now is the same thing that was on the homepage. If you do a you'd also like, you can make products that are similar to the ones as of this hoodie. So you're catering to someone's specific interests. If they're on this product page right here, they're obviously interested in the hoodies and the style or whatever. So why not go on to that next stage and try and sell them some more things that are similar to that product? And one thing I notice on a lot of big companies on their websites that they miss out on, or not necessarily miss out on, but I think distracts the conversion rate a little bit, is on their product pages. They have all this footer information. Imagine you just drop this entire footer section right here. Then all they're left with is an option to, go to another section of the store to buy something, the homepage, or to add to cart and actually buy. When they go here, let's say they scroll all the way down, they see the popular right now, they accidentally scroll down, like, oh, what is this? Frequently asked questions, privacy policy, student discount. Like, oh, I'm a student, I can get a discount. And then, then they're running through all this other stuff. It's just another distraction to that purchase funnel. But real quick, if we press add to cart, let's see what we got. Yep, basic, nothing fancy, no upsell, no downsell. There you can tell it's a Shopify store. Let's check the ad library. Dun, 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 dun. Almost 46,000 likes and no ads being run. The only thing they may be doing is a dynamic product ad, which I don't think shows in the Facebook ad library, because I was getting targeted with dynamic ads from Indestructible shoes earlier today, but I didn't see them there on their actual product list. Dynamic product ads are basically you upload your product list to Facebook, and let's say I click on the hoodie here for the Idle Man, then it's gonna throw at me like different products such as that one and similar ones as a dynamic ad and not just one specific picture or video. But look at that, since 2013, not running any ads. And I thought maybe this is in a different country. I selected to all, they aren't targeting any ads at all. Some simple retargeting I know could make them a lot of money back. So it's sort of sad when I see companies like this. You know, they have the cool handle at Idle on Instagram and Facebook. They have all the page likes, all the engagement, all the audience data. They have the pixel on there, so they have the audiences in the data. It's just about utilizing it, and I don't know what stage they may be at. But the Idle Man, if you're watching this, if you work there, if you own it, and you need some help, once again, my YouTube channel in the About section, I have an email there. Please reach out to me. Would love to help you out. But that's going to close off this ultimate store review, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'm going to try and answer every decent comment. If you put a good comment, I'll answer it. But if it's something that's silly that you could Google in 5 seconds, then I'm not going to answer it. I appreciate you all. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.